So, we're kind of live again, but now it's a new stream.
Okay,
I
that's
I
fine.
think so. People still have to find it once again.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, we will see, or maybe the stream is restarting. I don't know how this works right now. So people are saying hey again. So I guess we're back.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, my PC just crashed. And I needed to restart it. Okay, no. No, they're not. They haven't found it yet. Because it's a different stream from the last one. So, just have to get you back on full screen. So, yeah, stream should be good now. So people are now coming to the new stream, and Lomania just said, just skip playing then. Yeah, I don't know. It somehow was too much for my PC, so my PC just crashed.
I mean,
And
I've got it launched, so I can just share screen if you want.
yeah, we can still play the game shortly because I don't have to reopen it, but Zyger can do this.
Okay. Right.
I just need to get this on full screen, so people have this on full screen, and oh, we had so many viewers. Now they are all gone. That's so sad. But hey,
I'm
eventually
sure they'll come back.
eventually they will find the new stream.
Yeah.
I mean, there are still more viewers in the old stream than in the new one.
Oh, okay. That's
But I guess they will find this eventually. Sad story. Okay, so this is the game. What can you do? You have
Right.
tried it out now
okay.
a
Right.
little bit, so
First
you
of
can tell
all,
us.
I already love the fact like the ambience and the look of it, and how like the sounds it makes here, and how it like grows up and down. It's quite cool. But I was like, this is what I was doing right when you went left.
Okay.
I basically just spammed it with fireworks. Okay. And this is what you do.
Yeah, I guess that's what everyone would do in the beginning, right? It looks awesome.
Yeah. The particles are really awesome. And then I accidentally spawned too much. So I spawned a bunch of these boxes and stuff. And so many bad things happened. Like the ground was shaking and everything. Wait.
Yeah, so maybe you need to figure out the way how to avoid too heavy performance issues. But this looks really awesome.
Oh god.
Wow.
It's loud. Turn it down a bit. Also, I don't know if you missed this bit, but there's this cool physics stuff. So you can like throw stuff. Wait. I just
Nice.
And I like how you can do that, and then you can basically just throw stuff. Oh, you can grab signs.
Or you can also... Could you destroy the environment with firework? That would be kind of awesome.
Okay, right.
But
What-
probably not.
Where do you want me to put it? Like here? Or...
Maybe next to the sign, because you can when you
Oh,
can move
'cause
them, maybe they will interact with the
Wait.
physics.
Oh, that jumped up a bit. Oh god, I'm shaking. The visuals are really nice.
What is the goal of the game? I mean, it's,
Yeah, that's the
is
only
it-
thing that I wasn't sure about.
try putting some fireworks in the big house, it was Laumenia says, or next to the fences. So there is some physics interaction. So you can put firework in this store. That would be interesting. So what's the goal of the game? Or is it just like a sandbox game and
Yeah, that's...
all you gotta do is playing around and having fun?
Oh. God.
Interesting. So yeah, it's really awesome. Looks really nice. I don't know what you want to add. You can also destroy these fences.
Yeah.
Fun.
I mean, I think it's really nice. It's like polished and it's just really nice, like visually. Is it? But I'm not sure if is it just a sandbox or is it like does it have a? Is it gonna have like a story or something or not necessarily a story, but like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of like something else or. I mean, it could just be a sandbox. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just like wanting to know.
Okay, Laumania said it's just a sandbox right now, so maybe he will add more. So for everyone, maybe you should follow him to see what else he will come up with and add to this game. This could be interesting. And yeah, it looks really polished and nice. That's awesome. I guess we have seen enough, because I have a lot of submissions. Currently, we now have 13. So, gotta change the screen right now. Okay, so you want to give me a next random number?
Okay, how many? Are there 13? Did you say?
Yeah.
Go 7.
7. Okay, let's see. We have another video. I also asked them to write something down if they want to us, and he wrote, "Keep making great content. Both of you are an inspiration for me." That's sweet.
Oh, thank you.
So we have GameDev with 40 subscribers. You can see everything?
Yeah, I can see fine.
Okay, so all my settings are back in place. That's good.
Yeah, we'll see if I can hear it properly though.
Okay, so this is a relatively new channel. He has just a few videos, a little bit about Ludum Dare. I don't know if he made a game or not, but it seems like he made a Ludum Dare game. And yeah, he just started out, has 40 subscribers, so I guess it's time to see what he's doing. And the video we're watching is you 100% saw this guy's comment.
I think I've seen this.
I think I also...
Or like in my recommended sort of thing.
And I tried to get more interactive with the chat. So to the chat, if you have some feedback and other stuff, or you see something we miss, please tell us. I try to read every comment as long as it's possible.
This video is going to be pretty weird. This week I won't create any new games and I won't work on my existing ones. No, I am going to hack YouTube. Okay, not really. I'm just going to use YouTube API to spy on one guy. Let me explain why. I was just watching some devlogs and game development videos on YouTube, and I like to read comments while watching. I saw this guy commenting on every single video I watched, so I became a little suspicious. He changes...
Yeah, you know those bots? They are...
Yeah. I get them
every time. Video. I mean, I'm kind of happy every time because I think, oh, someone wants to be a friend with me, but then, no.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first when I wasn't that big. I was like, oh, someone's actually enjoying my content, and then like, oh, never mind.
Maybe not. But there are so many different bots. It's getting really difficult to see which one is a bot and which not.
So his name every so often, his name was like Tom, Todd, or Cole. Logan is the newest one, and he keeps commenting the same things all over. Stuff like, loved it, or can we be friends? The channel had no videos back then, but he has uploaded since, so we will watch some of them later. I don't know if it's just me, but I find these kind of things really interesting, so I took a screenshot of every comment I found, and I have a lot of...
Okay, one thing, I think the music is a little bit too loud. Do you think? Yeah, that's just
either turn the music down or like turn your voice up. I think that would be a...
Yeah, it's a little bit too much in the foreground.
But I like the editing of the style as well.
Yeah, that's the editing is really nice, and it's interesting content because now I like to find out something about this guy or this bot or whatever.
I had a lot of work this week and school, so only logical thing to do was to waste my time and try to build a script to spy on this guy. Okay, so the plan was to write a script that checks some of the videos and searches for this guy in comments. I use Node.js as a server, and after reading a bit of YouTube's API documentation, I managed to get the script done. My suspicion after the first run was confirmed. He was basically everywhere, and I really mean everywhere. He's commenting on almost every video uploaded to YouTube. I think it's a marketing campaign. As you can see, people believe it's a real person, so they are more likely to check his channel out and maybe subscribe. This is what's called subscriber farm. This bot only exists for one purpose, and that's to promote another channel. When you click on the bot channel, you will see he has no videos, but he made it seem like he had some. And when you click on these videos, you will go to the whole another channel. YouTube is trying to ban these bots, and I saw a lot of them banned, but the creator keeps making a new channels. And what's sad, these bots are really easy to code with YouTube API, so I guess the YouTube comment section will be soon flooded with these kinds of bots. I already...
Oh, hopefully not. That's a dark future. It goes like this. But is this your secret? You have a bot to get your subscribers? Because someone asked what's your secret is to get so much. So yeah, maybe this, but apparently not. I wonder if this works, because I can't imagine that people fall for this.
The thing is though, I've seen like a comment on my video, and I clicked on his channel, and I knew it was a bot, okay? So I clicked on him, and as it said here, he promotes another person's channel on his like front page, right?
Yeah.
So when you click on the other channel, that channel actually does have a lot of subscribers, considering, you know, the content's not maybe the best, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I wonder, the people who subscribe to such a channel, I mean, there will be, what kind of people are those? Are these people you want to have as followers? Because I think that's kind of
I know
strange.
what you're saying.
Yeah, you want to find people who like your stuff and not come to you because some random bot just commented their videos, because that won't ever get true followers, I guess. So this is really useless. All those bot stuff, as well as byte clicks and byte subscribers and byte likes. This is just stuff you shouldn't do. Just make good content like this guy, and then you're way better off, I guess. Cause yeah, the editing is really nice. Like the including of the screenshots while you're on the camera. That's awesome, I think.
I saw some of the channels do it. And this marketing campaign is really working for this guy. Let's watch some of his videos. So yeah, the first video is on a static screen with subscribe, and it has ton of views and a lot of comments from the people that seem like they love this video and want to see more. His newest video was uploaded 15 minutes ago and has already blown up, so let's see what he has to say.
So I know that my last video was really bad, but somehow it got picked up by the YouTube algorithm, so you probably found it on your recommended list. So I actually got a lot of views. I think I got over 50,000 views on that video, and that's all because I was prioritized by the YouTube algorithm. So that I was really lucky to be able to do that, but I also have a few tricks.
So yeah, I guess we know the secret now. And yep, that's it. I will keep the script running
Okay,
to
so
collect some data,
but
the YouTube keep
working.
Me, so
that's
it's
sad.
A bit annoying.
Yeah.
If you love this video, make sure to leave a like.
And I love
and
how you say
subscribe,
he got picked up by the
and I will
YouTube
see you
algorithm.
next week.
Yeah, that's
When it clearly he just decided to spam
that's really
every video.
wow. I don't like people like this. That's so bad. I mean, come on.
In all honesty though, if you do this, do you really want viewers who just got here because, you know, you said that comment? Because do you know what I'm trying to say? They're not really there for your content. They're kind of there because, you know, they saw you in a YouTube comment section and stuff.
Yeah. And if more people are doing this, then we have tons of fake bots and comments on YouTube, and this is just bad. And as far as I know, YouTube is after them, because it's really they keep on deleting them, but it's probably a race you can't win. So,
Yeah.
but back to your video, GameDev. I see it was really successful. You got 600 views already with only 40 subscribers. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. And the video was really enjoyable to watch.
And the bot commented. That's the best thing. He still want to be a friend with you. Yeah. No, it's a nice video. I like this. You probably currently don't get an update on my, so now you should be able to see again what I saw. Okay, yeah. No, I think there's not much to say about this. It's an interesting topic you picked there. Can be problematic because people who find you with this content and then you make a lot of game dev videos, they might not be so interested in because they think this kind of content is way more interesting, but I think that's fine. I mean, you're still just starting out, so that's totally fine. And you're successful, so yeah. Why not? Okay, we still have... Okay, I want to try something. Okay, I let the chat pick the next random number. So the first one who now types in a number, this will be the one we review next. You can type up to 13. So we will see. I don't know how long the delay is, so...
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see, any interesting comments? Basement Game commented that I should look at the comments of this video. Yeah, I did. And I know why you said this. Okay, J-Code just said one. At 80, 2, 3, 5. Okay, I know that the one is a video of someone I reviewed last week, so I won't take this. So I take the second comment, and that's the 2. And then we have another video. And his comment is, I want to improve. Be as harsh as you want. So
Okay.
now it's time to go into rage mode.
Hello everyone!
Because DN Game wants to improve.
Oh, I've seen a video by him before.
I've seen the first video. 1 year ago. Wow. It's really old.
Wow.
And then 8 months ago, and then now I guess you
I saw
restarted.
the devlog number 1 video, I think, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Now we can see the devlog number 2. New main menu in Bomberman. Okay. And remember, we can now be very harsh, so...
Okay.
This is the second devlog for my current project I'm working on.
Okay, directly the audio, it's way too quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you hear this?
I can hear it, but it's not, like, I have to be really quiet to try and hear it.
Okay, I guess I gotta increase your volume as well, so probably you will be now much louder, but I guess that's fine. Okay, let's start.
Hello everyone! This is the second devlog for my current project I'm working on, and it's inspired by the game Bomberman. For this devlog, I decided to make main menu for the game, so I can release it on itch.io for playtesting, so you can tell me how is game doing. Aside from making main menu for the game, I made this thumbnail for my YouTube channel. Check it out. So...
Okay, I guess so. This was the intro. You want to start?
Okay, so harsh as we want. Okay. Alright.
Do it!
First of all, definitely increase your audio because it's very difficult to hear. I mean, I've had the issue before as well when my videos were too quiet on like a different channel, and it was genuinely like watching it back now. I wouldn't want to watch a video which is too quiet because it seems like a hassle to try and, you know, turn up my volume myself. The music's cool though because it's like upbeat and everything, so that's cool. You could try maybe to have a bit more on the screen, a bit more editing, because I know you're just like talking and it's like, you know, there is like music and it's upbeat and it's kind of intriguing, but if you put some stuff like visual things on the screen, people might want to stay for longer, if you know what I'm trying to say. But I like the zooming out when you say the so.
Yeah, that's also the first part you do some editing.
Yeah.
And that's just the kind of most interesting part yet, because before it was just like you watched the static screen of the game and not much more happened. And yeah, and audio is the most important thing in videos. Guess we can all agree.
It's like important to find a balance between not too quiet but not too loud, sort of thing.
Yeah, what I say every time, what I just recently discovered, because I also started with like doing it randomly and seeing how it turns out, but you should normalize everything. So this helps a lot. And then you know you have a nice balance over everything. So
Yeah.
every voice track you record, normalize it afterwards, and then in the end, when you add music, then fit it to your voice lines. Then the audio should be fine.
Let's start. First thing I made is a sprite for main menu, and I made it very simple, like very simple. But I will change it in the future. Then I made sprites for how many players are playing the game, 2, 3 or 4. Many for controls, to play with 2 keyboards or keyboard and gamepad.
Okay, one more thing. Try to edit your voice line. Just like cut out the M's and long pauses. I know that you do this too, but I keep on cutting out breathers just to have it more smooth and faster.
I try and like script my videos as well. Well, not all of them, but like sometimes I script them so that there's not many pauses. But whenever there's a pause, I will typically cut it out if it's long.
Yeah, me too. Because there are some really long pauses, and where you probably are thinking what you're watching, what you want to say. Wow, Jonas Tyrola is right here. Awesome. Welcome.
Yeah,
man.
we are. Hello.
Okay, let's continue.
I did not implement gamepad yet, and 2 options to choose full screen yes or no. So for the last thing, I made a little box. Those boxes can be destroyed. When destroyed, they will drop either a power up for fire of the bomb or more bombs to place. Simple. I made a lot of progress. Next things I need to do is skins and maps. I think that won't be too hard to implement. And this is what I made until now. Enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment any feedback you have.
Okay, what I just wanted to say, I like the time-lapse stuff. I'm a big fan of time-lapses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting to look at the development from it.
Yeah.
And how it like...
Especially when you're creating art, that's always really awesome, because then people can see how you're doing this, and I think it's always nice to watch some art time lapses.
Yeah.
And if you want to try out this game, come to the description below and download it on itch.io page. Thank you and bye.
Okay, interesting. He said goodbye and it's over and subscribe, but we are at 2 minutes and the video is 4 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm really confused.
What's happening now? Is this just like 2 minutes of gameplay?
Or did he maybe forget to cut this bit out?
We will see, but I guess it's only gameplay, so you could end this video like now. So after you say goodbye, you can add like 10 more seconds for the end cards, maybe, where you have the game in the background, but then the video should be over.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Because it's sort of hard to know what's going on now, because you're not really speaking over what is happening, and we're just watching like you know. I think, I don't know, you might have done it by accident or something?
Yeah, that would be interesting. I know you're in chat, maybe you can tell this. I guess I will stop watching the video because it seems to be over. You also stopped talking. So I guess it's over, and then you should stop the video. I did cut it out. And okay, he just answered. Okay, yeah, it's about that. It's just gameplay. And I realized that after uploading. Okay. So yeah, just in the next time, end the video when it's over, I guess, because this is just like dead video, and I don't think that a lot of people would watch this. And we also had another interesting question by Wannabe. She asked, do you guys just screen record everything you work on and then choose what you want to edit in? So that's an interesting. How is your workflow?
It depends really. Sometimes, like for example, if I'm planning on adding something to my game, I will kind of record everything and then maybe make a time lapse or choose what I want to add or not. But sometimes I won't record everything because, for example, I know to do this for my game would take me like 4 hours, and I don't want to record my screen for 4 hours long. So I'll just do it bits at a time, I think. But it really depends, I guess.
Okay, I do it differently actually. I think when I'm developing, I think about what would be interesting to show, and as soon as I have reached a step I want to show, then I will record it for the video. This has some major drawbacks because in the end, then I realize, I should have made some footage of this, and now I don't have any. Then I try to recreate the state or do stuff like that. This is, I don't know which one is the best. I guess it depends on what you prefer.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it just depends what sort of video I'm doing, in all honesty. Because sometimes I'll do what you said, like record when I know something interesting is going to happen or something.
Nice. Okay, so I will like and subscribe to you, and I will be interesting how much you can improve in the next devlog. So the main things were add some more editing, especially in the intro, and yeah, turn up the volume of the sound. That would be really important, because I guess this would scare a lot of people off. When they start watching it and don't understanding a word, then a lot of people just go to the next video and stop watching. So let's get to the next one. We have now 14 submissions. Do you know if there's a random number generator online? I guess we could try this next. Random number generator. This sounds great. Okay, we can start from 3 to 14. Let's see.
8.
The 8. All right.
Let's look at this next video.
Oh, it's Advancement Games. He wrote me on Discord. I have reviewed him personally in his last video. You probably know him. He normally makes a lot of game playing videos, but he just started some devlogs. And now he asked us to review his second devlog. So I made a massive mistake. Barry's Air devlog. I actually haven't seen this yet, so this is good.
Moments later. It's devlog time! Ladies and gentlemen, last week on this channel, Barry was born. Barry is a mild-mannered, super thick hero who lives alone in a 2D world full of platforming challenges. His only mode of transportation are his 2 feet and a rapid discharge of air from his crotch area. On this week's episode of Barry's Air devlog, you will see an absolute roller coaster full of ups and downs through the entire game development process. Don't forget to like and comment on this video and subscribe to the channel for more indie game related content. Now let's roll the intro.
I guess this was the intro.
Yeah.
So this time I start. I like the style. You did like the, how is it called in English? The news reporter intro style. I guess that's how we could call it. and I think it fitted really nice. And you added the perfect music to this. I don't know what it's called, but it directly remembers me to some news report. What do you think?
I think it was really good. First of all, it's like upbeat with the obviously news reporter thing. I really like the style of that. And it also kind of draws your attention. You want to sit here and watch it. And then there was a joke in there as well, so it was like really good because it draws your attention. And personally, I want to keep watching, so that's good.
That's good. And then you reached your goal. I mean, it's really long, but I think that's fine because it was very, very interesting. Normally, you would like to have short intros, but this time that was totally fine. And just for some background information, he asked me to give some feedback on his last video, and what I told him was that was a little bit too long and a little bit too detailed on some stuff. So I'm really interested how it's this time, because the last devlog was like 20 minutes. Now it's only 10, so maybe he listened to me. We will see. So, but I guess this is his channel intro.
Alright guys, it's been about 4 days and it is time for another Barry's Air devlog. I hope that you do enjoy what's to follow, and I tried to shoot for a shorter time frame this week, so let me know how you like that. Question of the day in the comments: how do you feel about my information density in these videos? Am I including too much technical detail or going too fast? Am I going too slow for your taste? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's start up the devlog.
Okay, I would maybe put this to the end. Like, after this intro, I would like to see the game and that you should start the devlog and what's new, what can we see.
Yeah. Because we're like, what, 1 minute, 12 seconds in? And I mean, personally, I would like to see you going straight into it as well. Because it's like 1 minute and 12 seconds. Some people might be put off by that. Like, it's good quality, but, you know, some people might not want to watch a full minute before seeing what's the game is and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Especially stuff like asking people to give you feedback should always be in the end, because no one who's right here can give you any feedback yet or tell you anything about this. So just kind of ask this in the end, because then you ask only the people who have watched the video and can give you good feedback, and then the chance is bigger that more people get to this point, I guess.
So first things first, I'm going to update some of the new ideas I had and put them on the Trello board, so I will have that done right now. Alright, so my main goal with this game right now is to get it posted to itch.io so that you guys can play it, and as I said in the last video, share in my misery. So what I'm gonna do is prioritize the tasks that will allow me to create a few good levels that I could post to itch.io. And it's a Saturday and I've got a pretty big amount of time today, so I'm gonna see how many of these tasks I can knock out in one go. Greetings, gentlemen and women, I am Future Sam. You can tell by the name tag. I am the smarter, more handsome, and all-around better version of myself. Now, past Sam did record commentary throughout the game-making process, but it was neither informative nor entertaining enough, so I'm here to augment his mistakes. What a loser. So past Sam hopped into this project with that nice juicy Trello board full of wonderful tasks and decided to work on none of them. Instead, he decided to implement a camera bounds script so that the camera could not see outside of the level. He spent 20 minutes working on that and failed miserably, which is what you're seeing right now. Then he came back and spent another hour and a half on it, but he forgot to switch the scene in OBS, so it was just a massive video of his face. As much as I know you'd all love to stare at his beautiful face for that long, I figure it's probably best to just move on with the video and pass it back to past Sam. What a loser.
Okay, what I just want to say, it's really new devlog style. I haven't seen a devlog like this before, and that's good because it's really unique.
Yeah. I like it so far. So
Yeah, I also like it. I mean, the quality is really good.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm assuming a lot of time took into making this video, which can be seen.
Yeah, and and it's a really fun devlog style. I already thought this on the last devlog where you did the same, and it's really unique because most of the people are now currently trying to do the Danny devlog style, and I like that you go a completely different way, and that's awesome.
Okay, I just spent probably an hour and a half just trying to get this simple camera-bound script to work. I did not expect it to take me that long, but I guess that's how game dev goes sometimes. So I got the camera-bound script to work, and now I'm gonna try to implement a scene change function. Oh, yet another thing that's not on the list. Once I get that done, I should be able to start designing more levels. Another thing I thought of to put on the Trello board is to make this current playground area into a tutorial level. So I guess we'll see how that goes. So let's jump back into the game making.
Yeah, that's literally me when I'm programming. I know that.
Alright, so I just finished with the scene switcher, and it only took me like 10 minutes to make. Who would have thought a simple camera-bound script would take me an hour and a half, and actually paralleling my character to a different scene would take 10 minutes. But, oh well, it works. I'll show it to you guys in action here. So I've just set my character model up on top of the billboard for testing purposes, but when I go to the end of the level, boom, it loads level 2. So now I have a choice in front of me. I could either...
Okay, one thing is you might want to include some explanation of your game. Because have you seen the first devlog? Zyger?
No, I haven't. I don't really have much time to watch YouTube at the moment. So.
Yeah, so you probably have no idea what the game is about currently, right?
No.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to have just a short explanation about the game in the beginning for everyone who's new. Because if you're watching this the first time, I guess, then you have no idea what this is about. And I think it's always helpful to have in the beginning some footage of the game. And I think it would perfectly fit your style if you just add like this commentary mode. You have your new, I don't know how he was called, Future
Sam.
Future Sam. Yeah, you have your Future Sam explaining the game in the beginning and explaining a little bit what you did in the last devlog. I think that would be kind of nice, so people will know what this is all about. And I think you could also shorten it a little bit, especially in the places where you're telling what you're going to do. Because when you're going to do this, then you don't need to explain what you're going to do in the next 5 minutes beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I think. That this is maybe a way to spice it up a little bit more. But I mean, it's really entertaining, so I think it's still fine.
Work on making this current level into a tutorial level, or work on making a second level for the game. And while the tutorial is kind of more important for posting the game, I just feel like I need a break from this level for now. So I'm gonna create a new one and see how that goes. I'm gonna try to make the levels at least make a little bit of sense in relation to one another. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm gonna hop into GIMP and get started on that.
I could, for example, all the explaining you just did, you could do while you're showing the GIMP stuff. So,
yeah, like so have a time lapse and then explain what you're doing.
Yeah.
while you're making the time lapse.
Instead of these 30 seconds of you explaining what you're doing next and then showing it and then explaining it again, this would make it a little bit more denser and more interesting, I guess. You know, now we have a long time without talking. It's just time lapse.
Look at this dude. He wasted half an hour of his precious time trying to make a light up sign. He even had to go onto Google Images to look up an image of a light bulb. Ugh. In the end, he ended up giving up on it and moving on. Just another example of the horrible decision making represented by this man. Okay, so I just worked on level 2 for a little while and I'm just not...
Okay, I guess we can stop here because, I mean, I have a lot of submissions and I think we probably said it all. I mean, the quality is really awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
And I really love the devlog style you do there. It's really unique. And I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I agree. It's just try and make it like... when you're talking about the game, I recommend, just as Yannick said, when you're showing the time lapse or something, try and talk then. Because I feel like the video quality and the editing is perfect. All you need to do is sort of show more of what you're doing. So kind of cut out all the, you know, all of your speaking, or like have it on while you're showing the stuff, because it makes it, as you said, more denser.
Yeah, it's especially... we just said, what a nice freeze frame. Yeah, I gotcha. But freeze frames are always awful, so yeah, I think you're totally right. So keep on working with this style, make it a little bit more compact because it's really entertaining, and if you can spice it up a little bit more, then it's getting more entertaining, and then people will love it even more, and more people will watch it till the end, and this helps to get the video to get recommended and to find new viewers and stuff. So I think that all is said. Yeah, but good job. Bensman Games, can you give me the next number between 3 and 17 right now? Wow.
Okay. I can probably do like one more before I have to go.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe I will do one more after this, but...
Only because this was quite spontaneous.
Yeah. Once again, thank you for being here. That's really awesome.
No, thank you.
I just asked her today because I just thought, okay, why not? I want to have a guest again. And who would be a better guest than Zyger? Because, you know, I like to have people who are really successful so I can learn as much as possible. And maybe you can do. So let's see, did he write anything? No. So I guess I start the random number generator again. Too bad you had the chance. Oh, he said 14. Ah, just in time. Just in time.
Okay, that was perfect timing.
Yeah. Ede. That's probably not how it's pronounced, but okay. Did I just get rickrolled?
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder if this was on purpose.
Imagine if it wasn't on purpose and it was just coincidence.
I bet it was coincidence because he had no way to know that number 14 would be a rickroll. Okay, number 16 it is. Oh, this is going to be interesting because this is someone I reviewed in the first video, in the first episode. So we can see if he has improved, or if he has listened to what I said.
Yeah, the suggestions.
Yeah, because last time he made really awesome videos. Was also just a little bit too long and the music was a little bit too loud. This was like the main issue. But we will see how he will do now. I don't know if you know him. Let's just shortly go to the channel of Amatsugu.
Yeah, I've seen some. Yeah, I've seen.
This game looks really, really awesome.
Yeah,
It's
I was
fun.
looking at the thumbnails and it just looks really nice.
Sweet. Okay, so let's see.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the Foss devlog series. For those that are new, Foss is an RTS game that I've been working on. I've been really busy with development this month and I have lots of new additions to show off. The first major change was a complete replacement of the old UI. Before this, all of the UI for Foss was very haphazardly put together, with all sorts of
Okay, this was a very quick intro. He shortly explained the game. What do you think?
I mean, the intro is short, which is what you kind of want to aim for. But I would like maybe a little bit more of an explanation of what the game's about, especially if you're a new viewer and this is like the first video you're seeing. Just saying that this is the type of game you're making. For example, if I made a video and I was just saying, "Welcome to my indie game," people won't really know what that's about. Kind of try and maybe specify a little bit more, but still keep it short. And it's kind of hard to find the balance. But I don't know. What about you?
I can tell you it's much better because the last time he hadn't had an intro at all. And this was one thing I said to him, just explain your game at the beginning a little bit. So it's really nice to see that you did this. And yeah, and maybe even just a little bit more, as Zyger said, but I love
No, but it's good. It's straight to the point. So.
Yeah. And that's how it should be, I guess. Also, he started editing different scenes. That's also nice.
dependencies that made it difficult to extend or even fix bugs that it had. The new UI solves this problem by being mostly event-driven. While porting the UI code, I encountered the dirty underbelly of the UI, the tile placement validation code. This was a tangled mess of switch statements, if-else blocks, and very little care for the management of state. It was a miracle that this even worked. I aim to replace this with a new method that will use scriptable objects to define the type of validation that will be performed on a given tile. This not only allows me to give certain tiles custom validation, but it also allows me to add new validation methods without breaking existing ones. Next up was the implementation of a better way to control the units. This problem was a lot harder than I initially expected. I didn't want to repeat the same mistakes I made with tile validation. I eventually came up with a solution that involved the creation of an interface for each type of command a unit can receive. By doing this, the UI code doesn't need to know or care how a unit will perform a command. It just needs to query the supported commands and then tell the unit to perform that command. This also allows me to give certain unit types unique methods for performing the same command, such as movement of air unit. This system also allows me to apply the same interfaces to buildings and issue commands to them. The UI also doesn't need to care if it's dealing with a building or a unit. While implementing some of these commands, I came up to a problem that was interesting to solve. The scenario where a unit has been ordered to attack a target, but it is out of range. Solving this turned out to be easier than expected thanks to the fact that I'm using ECS. Every unit in the game is an entity that has a multitude of components attached to it. Component systems are used to operate on the entities based.
Okay, so a lot of explaining.
Yeah. I think maybe changing the music to make, like, I'm not saying you have to go for this style, but what I'm trying to say is, like, if your music is a little bit more upbeat, it doesn't have to be completely upbeat, right? But I think it would make it a little bit more interesting because it's a lot of information. And I know I have viewers that don't even make games themselves, but they just watch the video because it's entertaining. And they, they want to watch it. Because, you might have viewers who don't specifically understand what, like, validation means or what this, and this. So maybe if you can reduce the amount of information specific you're giving, I don't know, it's...
Yeah, Wimlark said something really interesting about this when I interviewed him for how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. And this was like, people like to know about concepts. So stuff that holds true, not depending on which game engine you're using or what kind of programming language you're using, but stuff that is always true. So I think when you're explaining, try to keep it kind of general, like try to only explain the concepts so that people are when people are interested at this, they can look up the context. What was the word? Context? No. I lost. What I wanted to say, they can look up the concept and then do it themselves. So you explain it a little bit more. And what I wanted to say, like, if if you're explaining and you have a graph like this, this is way too much information right now on the screen. Like,
Yeah.
who's going to read all of this text? If something of this is more important, try to highlight it to focus the viewer attention on this part. But this is like way too much to understand in such a small amount of time.
It's sort of hard to process because of the amount of information on the screen right now.
Yeah.
On the components they have attached. The unit attack system operates on 4 main components: translation, attack range, attack speed, and attack target. Any entity with these components will be able to attack. The system works fine for targets that are in range, but when a target is out of range, it needs to do something else. This is achieved by adding another component to the entity, the move to attack component. Entities with this component will trigger the pathfinding system to find a path to the target. The pathfinder system looks for...
I guess like this is fine.
A little bit better than the previous one.
Yeah, this is better. You can see, and then you add the move to attack, and you add it visually so people really know what you're currently talking about. Guess this is
component will trigger the pathfinding system to find a path to the target. The pathfinder system looks for any entity with the destination component and does not have a path component. It will calculate a path and move the unit along it. On its own, this would just move the unit directly on top of the target. So I added another query to the pathfinder system that operates on all entities that have the move to attack component and a path. It will check if the entity is in range of the target, and if it is, it will cancel the path. This allows the units to move just close enough to the target to be able to attack. A while ago, I asked my Discord server if they would like a rotatable camera in FOSS, and the overwhelming majority favored a rotating camera. I wanted this as well, but I didn't want to do it because of some of the optimizations I've made. Many of these optimizations assume that the camera will not rotate and will remain axis aligned. One of these optimizations was the way the cloud field worked. The clouds were basically rendered in a box attached to the camera, so I would need to be able to figure out a way to rotate this box. A bit of fancy maths later, I got it to rotate and it seemed to work. That is until I got a closer look. Clouds were jittering between different positions on the grid and not...
But I mean, stuff like this is interesting. I think this is the style you should go with. And people can then understand, okay, these were your problems and you had to try to fix this. And I think this is interesting, especially because you can visually see what the problem is that you're facing. I think this is what you should be going for, and that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Correctly sampling from the right position of the noise. As a result, it was not seamless. I will need to figure out a way to fix this or come up with a new technique for rendering the clouds. Despite this failure, I went ahead and implemented the free camera. This exposed further issues such as health bars coming out of alignment and lots of lag. The lag was caused on a lack of a limit on render distance. I will need to add a limit in the future. The final major addition this month was adjacency bonuses. I've been wanting to add this feature for a very long time. As the name suggests, this allows buildings to receive a bonus to either production or consumption depending on what other types of buildings are directly adjacent to them. As a test, I've created a bonus that grants bonus production to mines that are placed directly next to power generation buildings. I also created a bonus that increases the production of power generation buildings that are placed next to resource conduits. This small addition made a major improvement to the dynamic of building out a base. I need to add many more bonuses and maybe even negative effects as well. I feel like this will make base building a lot more interesting. I've also made a bunch of other smaller tweaks in the past month. I attempted to jobify the targeting system for FOSS cores, but I ended up encountering some issues with Unity's dots physics system. I reverted the change for now. I revamped the indicator display system. This new system moves the management of indicators to its own object that can be passed to the tile validators. I added a new building along with its model. It currently doesn't do anything, but it's the first military building, and it will eventually allow for the production of scout units and increase the attack range of nearby buildings. I created a tile database that assigns unique IDs to each of the tiles in FOSS. This is used by the map serialization code to allow for saving and loading of the map. Buildings cannot be destroyed, which can result in the building being removed from the map or leaving behind.
I don't know about you, but I still have the feeling like getting overwhelmed with new information.
Yeah, because it's just like one after the other.
Yeah, it's like...
I would recommend like saying everything you've added and kind of showing it more. Because then that kind of makes a gap between your next bit of information. I mean, it's up to you however way you want to do it, but I think it's still a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, that's also what I think. Try to not put so much information in the head. Also, you're talking really fast, so this makes it even more difficult. I mean, I think talking fast is fine if what you're saying is very easy to understand, But in your case, it's not that easy, but it's more complex. And then talking that fast and adding so much stuff, it's kind of getting a little bit too much, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The wreckage. I created a system that allows buildings and units to regenerate their health, but nothing currently utilizes it. Buildings that are disconnected from power will no longer function. Before, they would continue to function at an increased cost. This caused needless confusion and complications. Now buildings will not function if it's disconnected. The resource cap has been increased to 1 billion. In addition to this, I've changed the way resource counts are displayed. They are now abbreviated with a magnitude suffix.
All right. So this was the latest devlog of FOSS. Any final thoughts?
I mean, the game looks really promising, in all honesty. It looks really cool, and I want to play it. It's just if you could maybe, like, as we said, cut down on the amount of information, because especially if someone doesn't use Unity, or if someone doesn't know programming or game development in general, it's going to be really hard for them to understand what is happening, what you're on about, and what you sort of mean. So if you can just cut down on the information, when you're showing sort of like specific things, if you can highlight them more so it's more obvious. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What you can think about is who's going to watch your video. Do you only want to have people who are really into game devs, who are really good at this and understand everything, or do you like to reach more people who would like to play this game and just get an overview of it? I think this is always an important question, because if you want to reach those people who are interested in how this is exactly made, then you probably need to explain it more detailed and more understandable. And if you want to reach more like the people who want to see how game dev is looking and how this game is going to be developed and stuff, then just as Zyger said, cut it down a little bit and make it more visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, the game looks really awesome. But
Yeah,
you
it
already
does.
know that I think that it's also because I said it to you more than once. Okay, so you gotta go now, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
I do.
once again, thank you for being here. It's really awesome.
No, thank you for inviting me. This was really cool to look at other people's content. I can learn from this myself as well.
Yeah, that's also one thing I find out every time. Like when I watch those videos, then I see stuff and I'm like, yeah, that's how it could also be made. So these are some
Yeah.
interesting cuts, and I think I have improved a lot by just watching and reviewing other videos. So it's not only helping you, but also helping me and apparently you as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and I'm looking forward to your next video.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to yours as well.
Yeah, gotta do a lot. But should be
Yeah,
out
gotta as
tomorrow.
well.
We will see. Okay, I guess I will just continue a little bit, but then I will do it alone. I think that's fine.
All right.
So,
Thank you for inviting me again.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, now I guess I just do a little bit more solo reviewing. And yeah, I guess the chat can once again give me a number between 1 and 17. And we will see which one we will look at next. Come on. Okay. J-Code just said, take mine. Nah, that's not how it's working. Oh, we have a 5 right now. Okay, let's see. Nope. The 5 isn't it because it's K-Moon and we did had the 5 last time. So the next number is the 15. So let's see. Let's go to the 15. We have a video and a game, so I guess this will be probably the last one. I don't know. We will see how long this video takes. So we have Tantan. Are you still in chat? That would be awesome. And he's making games, programming, and drinking coffee. That's nice. No complaining about the number, please. We go to watch Tantan's video. So, what do we have? I released a game in 2 weeks from nothing. So this might be interesting. We have the complete development of one game. First, let's look at the thumbnail. I think this is... Yeah, I like this thumbnail. It's not bad. Okay, let's just watch it.
Oh, if you told me 2 weeks ago I was going to release a game playable in the browser, made using the Rust programming language in just 2 weeks, I would not have believed you. Playable in the browser? I don't even know how to make a basic HTML page. Head and shoulders. I guess we need a knees here. And Rust? I've only used Rust for like a week. But somehow that's what I did. I made a game playable in the browser with Rust. You can play it right now if you want. Let's talk about that.
I really like that intro. That was awesome. It was funny, interesting. We all know what this video is going to be about. And yeah, not much more to say about this. Really nice. Good stuff.
No, the game doesn't have AAA graphics, but hey, it's a working puzzle game with some quite interesting mechanics. I'll get into that soon. I would say this is a minimum viable product, and that's what I went for. The goal of the game is to escape the level after releasing all of the skeletons by digging them up. They will kill you. But why do you unbury them if they will attack you? I don't know, I guess you like to live dangerously. Now, the theming kind of naturally appeared through the constraints I had to make this game. You see, I wanted to tackle a shorter project in order to learn Rust, and I figured looking up current game jams could give me ideas for a small game to make.
Yeah, really nice video so far. Also adding like this guy, and just by looking, you changed the sprite to this one, and really good job. And really entertaining. Like this video. Lot so far.
One of the game jams had the theme Doors. They also had a secondary theme which was Grave Itty. Grave Itty? Doors? Digging graves? Gravity? The entire game mechanics developed quite quickly. These random words mixed together and voila, you have a delicious dish of a game. I think these mechanics made for some clever puzzle designs. Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. Day 1. Everything was a blast. I downloaded GG Easy, a Rust library that gives us the tools we need to make a game. Also, the name of this library is pretty awesome as well. Writing the code in Rust was straightforward, very easy and peasy. Until it wasn't. A few days into the project and I encountered the well-known issue of battling with the Rust
You can also see there went a lot of effort into editing this. Like this guy just throwing the code away. That's awesome.
compiler. It seemed like anything I wanted to do, the compiler said, "Nah, I won't let you do that." No, I won't let you do that either. I'm not gonna get technical here, let's just say...
Oh, he's using that special Danny technique we saw in the first video. Interesting. Reese, you somehow started it and now everyone's doing it. Nice.
Some ways I'm used to writing code is simply harder to do in Rust. After battling with the Rust compiler for a while, I got it to work.
He's even doing the next level.
Well, at this point we have a playable game, but the thought of putting this on the web didn't occur to me until I talked to Cud, or Kudo, Cud0. Anyway, in a conversation with him, he just briefly mentioned the importance of finishing projects. And that really motivated me. It was a while ago since I released something, 3 months ago to be exact. And the skiing game I'm working on is gonna be a little while. So I've heard you can compile Rust into WebAssembly, and the thought of making a game playable without downloading it, I feel like that would make it 10 times easier for people to wanna try the game out. I mean, it takes a second to start playing it. So I was now committed to get this up and running in the browser. Big thanks to Cad for the motivation, check him out. He also makes game development videos. There is no official way to compile GGEasy to WebAssembly. But luckily, this glorious programming wizard has made a library that mimics GGEasy. Without this person, this would have never worked. I first tested the Astro Blaster example, and it took me a lot of work just to get this up and running. Seems easy enough. What? I have no idea what this is. Help! Guys, it's compiling. Where's the files? This is exciting. Oh, gl.js. Now where is that? I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. This file was made by tons of hacks. Sounds great. It works! Oh my. Okay. Let's see if we can make it work with my game now. Yay! It's time to compile my game to the browser. First, I need to refactor my code because some things work differently in GoodWebEasy versus GGEasy. Does it not have a set font method? No? Type error. How do I get the type error? This is a journey, I must...
Okay, yeah, really good job. It's awesome. I just have a very tidy, small tip for you. And that could be the music. You could do stuff like stopping the music at certain points to underline the jokes you're doing. There was just a part where you could have done this just to make the joking stand out a little bit more, but I mean, this is really a very small thing, and the video is really awesome and very entertaining. That's very good job and very well edited. I wonder how long this took you. I mean, you're in the chat right now, right? Yeah, 10. So maybe you would like to tell me. I would be interesting. How long did you take for editing this? Because this is a very polished video. I don't know if you can say it. Yeah, it's a polished video.
Save. No? Oh! It works! It's running in the browser. Rust.
Okay, I just talked about stopping the music for a bit and then you just did it in the next second. Shame on me. But yeah, it's you can do a lot of stuff with background music and it's really difficult and takes a lot of time to find the correct music and edit correctly, but if you do it like perfectly, that's something that adds a lot, I guess. But like, this is a really nice video, so and he just wrote one whole day. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of time, I know. A lot of work, but really good job.
It's running in the browser. Let's see if I can publish this to itch.io, and maybe I shouldn't push up a debug build. It's just a test. Mobile friendly, I don't know about that, we'll see. Run game. It's a black screen. Oh! Well, the resolution is totally wrong, but you can play it! Alright guys, so I got the scaling working. Now the code is very bad, but it is working at least. Now let's make some sound effects. That could be a walk sound. Great! Now, here's the interesting part. Good Web Game doesn't have audio support yet, but they have a branch with a work in progress audio support. So I had to try that out. And yet again, after a lot of work, I actually got it to work. I think I need this. I'm just gonna cope with this. What? It works! I'm a wizard.
Nice if you're surprised.
Oh my god! Guys, what is this magic? We got a working game written in Rust running in the browser. Dude. So when I was testing the game, some buttons didn't work. Unsupported key. Time for some adventure. Oh, I have no idea what number I'm supposed to use, and I don't have the number for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 eternity later. Hey, it works.
Okay, the one thing I really like about this video is like, it seems that you're really enjoying what you're making, and me watching this, I can really like participate in the joy of this game making time, and that's the feeling you want to get from such a devlog, and that's conveyed really perfectly. That's awesome. Oh, wait.
I can restart the level and I can mute. Amazing. So I decided to make the project open source. If you want to see my terrible code, I don't know why you would, but you can. Everything is in one big file and it's a bit hard to follow along. But keep in mind, I made this in 2 weeks. If you're still here, thank you for watching. We're almost at 200 subscribers, so that is great. I almost spilled tea. Goodbye!
Yeah, nice. Really good job. Awesome video. And you haven't reached the 200 yet, so people of the stream, go ahead, subscribe to Tantan, because he seems to be a really awesome dude and he makes really nice videos. Should definitely check this out, and we gonna play this game now. Let's see how 2 weeks of game dev look like. Okay, I like those plants moving. Well, this is also a nice feedback, so if you try to go to the door before you went to this part, it's flickering, and that's nice. So let's go, and it's not clicking. Okay, it's pressing down. What I need to do. Okay, so yeah, you said it's a puzzle game. I figured out. So if I activate this skeleton first, I will probably die, because this seems to be turn-based. And now he killed me. Yeah, press R to restart. Interesting. Like the concept of the game. Okay, how to get there? Not like this. Does it just jump? Interesting. Yeah, this is also really nice. Oh, sweet! He has 200 subs now. That's awesome. That's the power of the stream. Sweet. Yeah, what I wanted to say, it's really nice. You explained the different mechanics very well. Like, you gotta fall down to get up. This is something people first try to kind of need to figure out, and you explain this by letting the player do it, and that's how it should be done. Now, how to get there? I can jump down here, okay, and now walk to this door and get to this door. Interesting. You know, there's not much else you can do than solving the level, and it's probably getting more and more difficult, but now the mechanics are explained very well. I like what I see. Oh, I need to activate. Okay, this is new. I can't. Oh wait, I just pressed the wrong button. Okay, now we have 2 skeletons. Oh yes, now I failed. Okay, this is the first puzzle that is a little bit more difficult. Oh, okay, probably not that difficult. I just can go through the door and I should be fine. Really nice game. I like it a lot. No, okay, do this like this. Okay, why not? Nice. Yeah, sweet. Awesome game. I just I just want to keep continuing. Okay, I guess I failed this level, or did I? No. I failed it. That's really nice. I mean, it doesn't happen this often that you can stand on skeletons. Interesting. I thought I would die. Wow, that's also an interesting mechanic. This allows for a lot of more puzzles. Nice. Okay. I just thought I could walk there. Wow. How are we going to do this? I know. Okay, go to this door and then get the second one. Yes, I guess I would like to continue playing because this is really fun, and I would love to see what else you have done in this game. But I guess I should stop now for the stream. Also, we're now 1 hour and 35 minutes. That have been the longest stream. I mean, not really, because I had this little PC crash, but hey. Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. The stream is now ending. I'm sorry, but I need to eat something. Also, Metabulous stream is starting very soon. And it's nice we stopped with this great game and this great video. We could help Tantan to get to the 200 subscribers. They were really deserved. Okay, next week I will do a little bit different game dev review stream, because I will only play the community, the content creator community game jam games. That's what I wanted to say, because this is like the game jam I'm hosting, and so I would only play games like this, which were created for the content creator game jam. And for everyone who has made some, you can give me the link and I play your games. But if you haven't participated in the jam, then I can't play your games. I'm sorry. So next video will be probably tomorrow. Go check out Zyger, check out the awesome people I watched